The goal is to look homeless while having a lot of money. Surprisingly, it turns out that this is a good strategy to actually have loads of money. Although you don't have to look homeless, but then the idea is not to look rich either. I know you're constantly trying to upgrade your technology, your car, or your personal items. The list is endless. But the truth is, we are always under pressure or stress to catch up. And now that pressure to catch up makes you stress, but then you end up being broke on the side. That's why it's important to have these 5 reasons why it is important to look poor while actually being rich. Hi guys, my name is Bolale and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is about finance, personal development and lifestyle. In today's video, I'll be giving you 4 reasons why it is actually important to look poor while being rich, like being actually rich on the side. The first reason why it is important to look poor while being rich is in order to avoid the trap of lifestyle creep. The lifestyle creep is a sneaky phenomenon where our spending habits increases as our income rises. Somehow we convince ourselves that we need to upgrade our lifestyle, or we need to upgrade something of a personal effects that we have just because we have more income coming in. But the danger in this is that it leads to a never-ending cycle of consumption. Take for example, I received a 50% raise earlier this year, and man, I was thrilled because it felt like, oh, it was time to get that new phone, it was time to change my iPad, and it was time to get new clothes. I mean designer clothes, designer bags. Whereas in reality, I really did not need those new bags because what I had was still serving me. But I somehow convinced myself that because I was having more money coming in, I could afford it. While in reality, I was still actually in debt and I was kind of broke. And it got me wondering that why was this happening? Because there's more money coming in, whereas I should have more to save. A lot of young people or a lot of young adults find themselves in this trap. Now, in order to avoid this, you want to prioritize experience as opposed to having joy from material things. Now, when I mean experience, I mean take some money, go for trips, take classes, take courses that can better your life. The second one is look for a more cost-effective way to have fun. Now, the fact that you have more money coming in doesn't mean you want to start going to that 5-star restaurant or the 5-star hotel that just opened up in your city. So look for more affordable ways to still have fun, prioritize experience, and divert the money coming in into saving and investing. So if you have more money coming in, doesn't mean you have to spend more. You could channel all that money into investing and saving. Now, number 2, encouraging financial independence. The story of Daniel Sewell is one I find very intriguing.
Daniel Sewell, known as the man who quit money, is an American simple living adherent who stopped using money altogether in the year 2000 and lives part-time in a cave.
While his approach may appear extreme to a lot of people, it strongly highlights the potential for freedom that comes from embracing a more modest lifestyle. Number 2 is cultivating contentment and gratitude. Of course, we're in a fast-paced society that places precedence on materialistic things. It's very easy for you to get caught up in the endless cycle of having so much wants and desires and dissatisfaction. So being content can never be overemphasized. So that's why a person is constantly judged by the way they look, which shouldn't be a thing, but unfortunately that's what it is. So you see a person and then you're already judging their pockets from the kind of shoes that they wear, the kind of phones, the kind of mobile phones, the kind of bags that they're holding, or whatever the case may be. Now, where I come from, there's a constant battle between Android users and iPhone users. So there's this perception that people who own iPhones are richer or wealthier than people who own Androids. But this is a big lie, because at the end of the day, what an Android would do is kind of the same as what an iPhone would do. For instance, now, people who are into content making, or people who are into video editing and the rest, or video creation, would tend to want to gravitate towards an iPhone, because in my opinion they have better camera quality or video quality. Whereas you have someone who isn't necessarily bothered about content creation or video making or whatever the case may be with an Android phone. At the end of the day, the both of us are achieving our aim as to why we have a mobile device. But then unfortunately, the society is always looking down on. It's crazy. Don't let me even get into it. But then that is what it is in today's society, or where we are right now. You see 100 level university students bothered about owning a 20 inches bone straight. Because why do you need it? You should be focused on passing your grades, passing your exams, and excelling in school, and not bothered about what you have. Sadly, people tend to treat others better based on how they are viewed, with respect to their pockets or with respect to what their bank accounts look like. That's why it's important to be content, because it's never going to end. There's always going to be a better phone. There's always going to be a better looking wig. At first it was 2x2 closure, and then we graduated to 5x5 closure, and then it used to be closures, but now we have HD laces, invisible laces. It's crazy. This is why you need to be content wherever you are. You have to be grateful for whatever you own. As the Greek ancient philosopher Epicurus said, not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our mindsets. So the next point, which is wealth building. A study by the Federal Reserve found that 44% of Americans can cover a $400 emergency expense. 44%. That's a big margin of people that cannot afford as little as $400. It's crazy, because everybody seems to be balling online. Do you get? Everybody seems to be doing okay or living the life online. So where did this 44% come from? Because we want to be fooled by what we see, right? People are used to adorning themselves with the most expensive chains, ice on my wrist, ice on my hands, or whatever the case may be, a 30-inch bust down bone straight, and then you think this person is doing well. Girl. And the sad thing is, because you see someone else doing it, you feel like, oh, because you want to have a sense of belonging, or you see the way that person is being treated. And of course, it's not bad to want the nice things, but then because you also want to be treated that way, you go into debt. First of all, you're spending money you do not have, or spending money that could be used to better your future years ahead. It just does not make sense. Just like the first point I gave earlier, is simply a trap. So you're constantly waiting for your next paycheck. And it's crazy, because even though you have multiple sources of income, let's say 2 to 3 sources of incomes, you're still going to end up being broke, or you're still going to end up being in debt because of the mindset you have. Because, oh yeah, I have more money coming in, so yeah, I can splurge, I can buy this, I can buy whatnot. You're still going to end up being broke. So first, take for instance, you have to change your mindset first to understand that joy does not come from what we get, but from the experiences we tend to pick up from life. And trust me, materialistic things will not give you experience. They might give you an experience for, like, let's say 2 to 3 seconds or 5 minutes after you've gotten the purchase, or you have the product in your hand and, oh, it feels good, it looks nice, yeah, for a moment. But what happens after that feeling vanishes? You're now left with the struggle of trying to keep up. So girls, queens, invest, invest, invest. If you have more money coming in, invest. You might not grasp the full idea of investing. I mean, it's a broad topic. So you have shares, you have treasury bills. It goes on and on. Just get knowledge. That's why we have information everywhere. Get knowledge on what you would like to do with your money and do better. And trust me, you will be better for it in the next year. So lastly is reducing pressure. Your job is already stressful as it is, and come on, you don't even like it. So yeah, sadly it is what it is. A lot of people hate their job, but what can they do? They need money to come in their pocket. So you're already under stress at work, so tell me why you would want to now put yourself under the pressure of trying to fit in. You'll be surprised how liberating it is when you live a modest lifestyle, which does involve you not trying to look rich or trying to buy the finer things of life. Like I said earlier, prioritize quality. There was a blog or a trending news some couple of weeks ago that showed that Dior and the likes of Gucci spent about, I think,
$50
to produce a $4,000 bag. This just goes without saying that because a product is priced higher than others doesn't mean they are better off, right? So if you have at the back of your head that you need to prioritize quality, trust me, you would not be caught in the race of trying to buy the next trendy thing or trying to buy the next designer thing, because at the end of the day you're going for quality. So hey, you made it this far. Why haven't you subscribed? Why haven't you liked the video? And why haven't you left a comment in the comment section? I would love to hear from you. And also, if found this helpful, please do share, and I'll see you guys in my next video. There's a couple of other videos that I have done relating to this that would help you, so I'm just going to link it to this one in the description section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. To have a wonderful one. Bye.